how much you've seen of the complex so far, but what do you think of this new Toyota head?
It's amazing. I mean, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, it's grand in size, that's for sure. They certainly do everything bigger in Texas. We know that. And, this is just a really neat facility. So really impressed and really proud of Toyota and having their headquarters here in Texas now. It's a neat opportunity for us to be able to come out here every year and to have that chance to meet with all the associates, meet with dealers, meet with executives and things in being able to have a motorsports day.
And as someone who likes to drive a lot of different cars, is it cool to see all of them out there next to each other?
Yeah, it definitely is. I enjoy the Toyota lineup of vehicles that they have, whether it's from the Prius, which is unique in its own self, to the Lexus brands with the LS, to the Sequoia, the Tundra, the Camry, of course, that we drive. So, I feel like they've got one of the strongest lineups of vehicles across any manufacturer, and it's really fun to check all those out every year.
That's a good pitch. I was talking about the race cars.
Oh, I like the street cars.
Coming back to Texas, probably going to be a lot different than it was in the spring, a little more weathered over the summer and whatnot. So do you have any idea what to expect, or do you have to get out there first and see it?
Yeah, I think you kind of got to get out there and check it out and see what's in store for us. The racetrack obviously was brand new when we were here the last time. I still think that there's going to be some brand new effect to it, although I heard some of the colors kind of out of it, so it's not as dark as it was before, which lends itself to the ability of being weathered and being able to move around a little bit more, hopefully, and put on a good race. The fans want to see a good race. They want to see a little bit of side-by-side action. I'm not sure we're to the side-by-side action yet, but making some passes and having the ability to move forward and through the pack is what we need to be able to do.
Does it help that all three series are here, so you're going to get the trucks and the Xfinity on it before you guys?
Yeah, no question. That's definitely a big advantage. Just being able to put the rubber down the entire weekend and get that groove to widen out. So each and every time something's on the track, it's obviously giving more rubber to the track and being able to widen that surface.
We've seen the playoff intensity heat up each week. Going into this week, some guys are comfortable, some guys not so much. How do you kind of gauge, what's going on the track while still trying to just focus on what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, fortunately for us, we win Martinsville and we're through. So we're excited to race for a championship at Homestead, and we don't necessarily have to focus on Texas, but although we can't rest on our laurels, we've got to go out there and execute and focus on being able to have a good race these next 2 weeks, because you're not just going to turn the switch off and turn it back on. You got to stay in rhythm. And so the biggest thing for us is we can just focus on being able to mind our P's and Q's and really take care of being able to put everything together perfectly and run some perfect races and make sure that we make no mistakes. And that's what it's going to be about in order to win the championship at Homestead. So this race here this weekend, with all these guys having different ways of making it in, whoever wins the race, Chase being as far back as he is, Martin being as far ahead as he is, a lot of in-betweens there, so everybody's on their own scenario. But we want to make sure we go out there and we can win the race in order to keep everybody on their toes and worried about who's going to make it through for the next race at Phoenix.
Knowing that you're safe, knowing there's some guys at the bottom who really need to make a move up, seeing what happened last week toward the end, do you need to be mindful of where they are if they're behind you and maybe not do an aggressive move yourself and let them go or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of depends. It always depends on who you're racing, when you're racing, and what's going on and what their situation is, So it's a unique opportunity. You just got to pay attention and be able to race them and race hard, race clean as much as you can.
Is it easier to go out and just have fun knowing that you don't need a win?
It is, yeah, but you still want to go out there and get that victory, like I said, in order to keep those guys thinking and worried a little bit.
At the same time, since Texas has the new layout, even though you don't need a win, you're still kind of trying to learn it for the future, right?
Yeah, no question. Yeah, you definitely want to have a good notebook, because if it's going to be one of the final races next year, you're going to want to be able to come here with a strong car or a strong opportunity to be able to win the race. If you don't win at Martinsville or you have a bad day like Chase Elliott did, you need to come to Texas and to be able to score a win. So, there's no reason why to not focus on what you need to make sure that you have a good run to build that notebook.